What slowly harms mental health over time without people realizing it? 1. Bottling up emotions to keep the peace. You think you're being strong, but over time it chips away at your sense of self. 2. Dependency. There are obvious ones like alcohol, pot, and drugs, but also things like caffeine, shopping, religion, social media, video games, working overtime, your partner, your kids, etc. This is going to make people mad, but if you make your personality one topic and one topic alone, it's going to fuck with you. This is also coming from someone who is likely neurodivergent and surrounds themselves with people who are autistic/ADHD. Having hobbies is amazing. Having special interests is wonderful. If those topics are the only thing about you, though, you often end up losing a sense of who you are or what you really like, or you lose the ability to be open to other things. This typically leads to depression, anger, or anxiety. It can ruin your relationship with those you love. It's important to find balance with it, and if you can't do it for yourself, seek help to find someone who can. Something doesn't have to be a substance to be addicting. 3. Self-deprecating jokes. I hear a lot of, "It's my way of dealing with stuff," or internet's new favorite, "My trauma made me funny." It didn't. I see how it seems harmless, but you're making people around you uncomfortable and reinforcing the bad things you were told about yourself. I don't think the fact that you're joking makes it any better for your mental health. 4. Not sleeping enough hours and being in a relationship that is not healthy, even more so if there is some type of violence. 5. Working overtime week after week and never taking any of your PTO. We have a couple of guys where I work who are the "I never take vacations" type. They're so fucking stressed out and fragile. Every little setback breaks them. Their stress levels are so high that they've developed physical symptoms as well. One of them told me, "I'd work 7 days a week if they'd let me. I'm going to have a good retirement." If you live that long, pal. 6. Actual gaslighting. The word is thrown around so often. It's not a lie or a different viewpoint. It chips away at you over time, slowly empties your brain of who you are, and replaces you with who they want you to be. If you do not have an outside support system to challenge it, you don't know that it's happening. 7. A toxic parent that does all the basics. Food, shelter, no physical punishment, but has zero interest in your life and keeps saying everything is your fault. It's only now I'm seeing the sheer breadth of damage my mother did. 8. Trying to work/improve after you've passed burnout. You will end up doing more damage to yourself. People forget that the body needs adequate rest. Take a day to just rot, get some water, go outside, get some sleep, and then get back to whatever you're doing. 9. An abusive partner. I had no idea how unhappy I was till about 90 days after I removed her from my life. Then, sometime later, in a relationship with a sane lady, I was sitting watching some nerdy documentary when I noticed her standing behind me and to my left. I quickly snatched up the remote and changed the channel. She asked me why I was so jumpy about it. I told her I didn't want to be caught watching stupid shit. She said, "Well, it's a doc about hydrology, not kitty corn." That's when I realized the depth. 10. Stress. It affects you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Many physiological problems are often caused by stress. I once had a psoriasis rash spread across my face. Never had psoriasis in my life, but no matter what creams I used, it just kept growing over the course of about 6 months. Then I broke up with my toxic boyfriend, and magically that psoriasis rash cleared up 2 weeks later. If you're still watching, means you're enjoying the stories. Subscribe so you can look forward to more stories like these. Now on to 11. Not standing up for yourself and being too much of a people pleaser. We may think those people make good workers and are easy to get along with, but I don't think enough people appreciate how damaging that can be if done constantly and to the point of being exploited by others. Reply. It's more accurately described as the fawn response, which is a trauma response. Fight, flight, fawn, and freeze. It is widely misunderstood. 12. When you aren't allowed to have an opinion without people getting upset. Also, when you get upset and people blame you for causing drama because of it. 13. Constantly moaning or being mean about people. Crazy when you change your perspective on the world how much happier you become. When you find yourself going to moan about a minor issue, try and think, but what is good about this? Or, but it could be worse if XYZ. Also trying to challenge yourself to think/say something kind about someone if you're about to say something mean. For example, if you walk past someone and think in your head, "I hate her outfit," try and get yourself to think of something nice like, "Her hair is lovely." Sounds silly, but makes your head a way more positive place to live in. 14. Reading or watching the news. Personally, I stopped. I can't anymore. Yeah, but don't you want to keep informed? doesn't cut it anymore. I've been living in constant fear and grief till it spiraled me into depression again. We are not made to be constantly bombarded with wars and crying kids every single hour of our life. TV, radio, social media. I live under a stone now. I still pick up enough news to make me sick. My stomach, sometimes. But I focus on making my own corner of the world as bright as I can for my loved ones, and it has to be enough. 15. Lack of breaks. I'm currently working more hours than I should, and haven't taken a day off, as in a day for just me, no chores or anything, in 3 months. As soon as a coworker gets back from maternity leave, I'm taking 2 days off and just being me. 16. Being the strong one, the one who holds it all together. I feel like I'm breaking inside and no one sees it, because I never show it. I'm learning that real strength also means letting myself feel, rest, and ask for help when I need it. Smiley face. You should too. 17. Constant criticism. Being talked down to, being yelled at, sleep deprivation abuse. One day you snap. One day suddenly you can't take it for one more second. You don't care about anything but making it stop. Then you suddenly feel years' worth all at once. You look back and can't understand how you didn't see it, how slowly it got worse, how slowly you kept shrinking, how slowly you lost your light. 18. Impulsive spending. The dopamine hit is great at first, but once you're continually living paycheck to paycheck, it ruins your well-being in more ways than one. 19. Bad friendships and relationships. If you have a friend group where one person always needs to be the butt of the joke for others to bond over disliking, or if someone is bullying people and claiming it's a joke, or just them being sassy, they're not being funny or sassy. They're just a loser who needs to bully others to feel relevant, funny, or interesting. Cutting them off will improve your life. Just be prepared for them to go apeshit when you cut them off. But long term, it is so worth it. OMG, my mental health has improved tenfold, and I didn't even realize because those people made me believe I was useless and needed them, because I was too crazy for anyone else to befriend it. Turns out it was the other way around, and the ringleader was distraught when I cut them off, because they needed a target. 20. Constant bombardment with confrontational media and advertisements. They're all doing a great job of keeping us so busy fighting each other, and every other waking thought being about the new hit game, new TV show, new toys, medications. If you've made it this far, comment your favorite TV show, so I know you're still watching. Now on to 21. I sold liquor for years for next to nothing, and I ruined a lot of lives to have what I have. Do you really know how disgusting my opinion was when I was 30? I don't care if they die. I like my Mercedes and my Rolex more than I like them. I feel a little bit guilty about that. 22. Constantly being dismissed by someone that you love or look up to. It might be simple like you're overreacting, you're overthinking, or you're wrong and here's why. But enough of that type of stuff done to me over a period of 3 years has been probably more damaging than just straight being called a stupid moron every day. 23. Having a partner who stops being emotionally tuned in, who doesn't see you or hear you, who stops looking in your eyes. You don't realize how lonely you feel until they are gone. And then you are alone, but it actually doesn't bother you. And you realize that you felt lonelier when they were in the same room. You realize what a shell of a person you had become. 24. Subtle mistreatment from a parent. I don't even think they know they are doing it half the time, and of course they often do. But they don't know where or how hard that axe falls in the forest. 25. Constant negativity. Watching it, being around it, hearing it, seeing it, experiencing it at work, home, with friends, social media. After a while you get sucked in, and then you become negative by default. You lose hope, you lose any chance of positivity, and everything just seems bad all the time. 26. Negativity. Not thin enough. Not rich enough. Not as good as my siblings. Not what my parents expected of me. Not pretty enough. The list goes on. Until you love yourself, mentally beating yourself up will do nothing to improve self-esteem. Life is too short. Let it go and live your life the way you want to, not how someone else thinks you should. 27. Being a caregiver. 28. While I wouldn't undo it if possible, it really does a number on the noggin. You're responsible for another person and get almost no support. It just also completely krills any notion of a personal life, so say goodbye to all hobbies, dating, or, in my case, even work. You're with another person, but very isolated and lonely. Cases differ, but mine was a dementia patient. I had to eventually give up and find a proper nursing home. I am free now, but only on paper. No friends left, finding a job is near impossible, and getting back to hobbies feels empty. It's like I just exist, for zero purpose. 29. Going to a bad therapist. It can take years before people realize the damage. 30. Poverty. Not being able to afford something as simple as a cup of coffee in a little cafe. I've suffered with my mental health for years and can become seriously depressed. Go for a walk. People say that walking is good for you, etc., but I'm not a dog owner, so just having to go out because your dog needs to go out doesn't happen. I learned to drive at 17 and had access to my own car until I was in my 40s. Walking somewhere without a destination or purpose isn't something I can do. But if I could afford a cup of coffee in that nice little cafe that's about a mile away, I'd have a destination and a purpose. Probably haven't articulated myself very well here, but I hope you get my point. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe so I can keep bringing you more of these stories. Thanks for sticking around till the end. See you next time, and take care.